It says we're working. And we're live on YouTube and Facebook. So good morning, everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land. This is Doug Fowler here and broadcasting from the capital of South Central Missouri. Sorry about the audible noise, I guess, and my producer seems to he's doing some tidying up. Now's not the time there, lady. No, you can't lay on the keyboard, even though it's toasty. Let's go over there. Thank you. Please. Thank you. I guess that's as good a spot as any. So anyway, I'm Doug Fowler broadcasting here for the first time in 2025. My executive producer seems to be joining us today. This is Lady. My sound engineer will definitely be making an appearance. We're just basically getting everything started to see how everything works and make sure everything's working well before we kick off the Happy New Year. Got a new election, new president, new sheriff, new deputy sheriff or chief deputy, and I don't know what the turnover rate's been over there, down there at the courthouse. And good googly moogly. I knew this is exactly why we're doing this today, is to kick the tires and light the fire, so to speak. See, the sound engineer is taking a look, see, make sure everything's looking okay. This is overkill supervision. I don't think it's it can be understated that this is micromanagement. I don't think it's understated when they're looking over your shoulder like this. Are you going to join us there, Goose? All right. So what you see here is a mess. I'm going to turn my furnace off because of the noise. I can turn off this microphone making all this kind of cranky noise. Oh, you stupid thing. Really don't know if I want to turn it off because it is frigid out there. What is the temperature? Any announcements out there? I'd like to get some announcements out there. We got some old sponsors out there, new sponsors coming on. No, you cannot lay on the keyboard, goof. First off, I know before we get anybody logged in, we'll be kicking the tires, and if you can't hear me, let me know in the chat. No. Thank you. She seems like she likes to be in the way just at the right moments and the right opportunities. Before we get on there, I'm going to try this out. Give me a second here. Kind of our agenda for today. See if this pops up. Hey, look at there. It's like a PowerPoint presentation for those that are listening and are not. But before we get started, look down there at the screen right there. You'll see our sponsors. Of course, we shout out to Prulaw. Prulaw's been our lifelong sponsor. They've been with us since the beginning, and I can't thank them enough. Hey, there we go. It got kind of quiet now. So let's give a shout out to Prulaw and the Prulaw office down there in Waynesville, Missouri, right there on the square. I'm going to play with my microphone for a second. Give me a second. Yeah, that's a little bit better, more realistic. No, you don't need to play with the microphone because you ain't got thumbs. Okay. Oh, there's Goose. You can probably hear Goose. That sounds better. Anyway, 2025 is here, and I wanted to get some topics going for the forthcoming year broadcasting. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Prulaw office down there in Waynesville, across from the courthouse. They've been with us since the beginning. Alan Hilliard Sports Broadcasting. He's always great to watch, and I encourage everybody to reach out to him on his Facebook page and his YouTube channel to watch community sports being broadcast around the state. Java, go Hawkeyes. Bud, you got to get on my shoulders, get on the back. Introduce everybody to my executive producer lady. She's the one with the green collar. And so what I did is develop this little chart in about 5 minutes when I was thinking. What I'd like to do this year is talk about is we've had elections go across the county, and we got a new sheriff and got a new deputy or chief deputy sheriff, and I don't know the turnover rate or new deputies down there, but you've probably seen in the threads and updates. Hoping to solicit an update from I don't know what the hell she just pushed, but it's like a emergency beep. But from Sheriff Ball or Chief Deputy come up here and give us an update. I seen somewhere on Daryl Todd Marina's post when he's doing the county commission update that we always watch Daryl Todd. It seems to be our only source of information that they're going to do some kind of plan to update the fleet. And I believe in our interview with Stacy Ball prior to the election, as one of his goals was to streamline the fleet. So hopefully we can get Chief or Sheriff Ball or Chief Deputy Rex come up here and give us an update, what the plan is, what the budget impacts, and that's what I'm interested in. What's the impact to our budget and our tax base? And I'm about tired of paying all these taxes. I'm kind of fed up. So maybe we can get out. We got elections in St. Robert. I'm not sure about it across the county and the other municipalities. I've reached out to at least candidate and Councilman John Moore in St. Robert to come up for an interview. I'd like to see him come down the street and interview and talk to us about his campaign. I know of 2 more candidates or presiding commissioner down there in the courthouse. I'd like to somebody come down there, and I think they're working on the budget right now, and give us an update and talk it down to layman level of the county budget, where it was and where it's going to be in 2025, and is it going up? Is it going down? Et cetera, et cetera. Where's the growth? Where are the decreases? Where are some opportunities for efficiencies? During the campaign, it was promised by Sheriff Ball we'd have some transparency. Now, giving them a break, it's not even the end of the month, but I see the county website's been updated, county sheriff's department website, but he's been very busy, I'm sure. But I'm hoping we get some periodic updates, monthly updates, town hall updates, electronically versus in person, or both, a hybrid of both, so that we can know what's going on down the sheriff's department. Hopefully some increased transparency down the warehouse, the Waynesville County Courthouse. I still like to see the commissioners meeting be broadcast. I can't for the life of me understand why it's not being broadcast at some level, either by the commissioners or somebody, but I'm hoping that sometime in the near future here at Pulaski Talks, we'll be able to accomplish that exact same thing. Maybe this year, who knows? If I have the time and opportunity to do that, I will do that. So hopefully I'll be allowed to do that down at the courthouse. So if internet and technology is allowed to reach. Now, we had a couple significant there's Goose. Now, he's my sound engineer. He was demoted. He was a sound technician. He went down a grade, and not now. You guys going to fight right here? Right now, he went right across the keyboard, which means he messes up everything that I see. Of course, everything that he touches, you guys hear. Give me a second, if you would. There we go. Let me turn the presentation back on. Thank you so much. Now, lessons learned and observations from the storm and the incident in Richland. If everybody doesn't know, everybody was in the storm, and one of the concerns that I had is that the only updates that I was able to there's a cat right there. Goose was right there knocking stuff off my desk. And this is a mess. I admit it's a mess. No comments, please. But one of the comments and thoughts I had was the problem is we couldn't get a good update on the road conditions and what was going on across the county, other than what Sheriff Paul was putting out what, from his personal observations driving around. And I thought there's got to be a better way to do that without putting county employees at risk. And we have on the ground observers, that being the residents of the county. I can look outside and tell you what my road looks like, and I can post that or share that or report that to somebody down the county government, i.e., the EOC, who could then research it, notify the appropriate personnel, and then post it to the county website, an EOC website, and share the information. But there doesn't seem a venue where we could share that and collect that and share ideas like that. At least not that I'm aware of. So I'm hoping to reach out to the EOC director, and but so far he's been unresponsive to my emails and solicitations. So if you can reach out to Hector, I believe his name is, the director. He drives a pretty brand new pickup down around with the EOC labels all over it. Definitely like to get him on the show and talk about ways we can improve. As a matter of fact, last year we had the county commissioners down here in the basement, and we were talking about utilizing some of the capabilities the EOC has, to include the EOC alert system. That, as a matter of fact, I did not receive a single alert during the storm, not a single text message. Now, either my number was inadvertently removed, same as my wife's, or nobody posted alerts out, or there wasn't nothing worthy of alerts, but I didn't get anything. So I thought, and I brought it up to the commissioners, Andy Helms and whoever the other guy was at the time, he didn't get elected. Why aren't we putting out road conditions and similar alerts from Road and Bridge via that system? And yet nobody seems to have gotten back with me, and I've repeatedly inquired, and it's gotten to the point where I reached out to the county or the city mayor of Waynesville or St. Robert. So at least let's have to look at the city having our own system to alert our own citizens about the conditions and ongoings. At least simple alerts. Look at, rather than forcing residents of Pulaski County or the city having to go out and find the information on an individual county office, city, municipality website or Facebook page, why not push the information out? What a great example is the Fort Leonard Wood EOC channels, EOC and IOC. They push out the information. You get the alert on your phone. You get it by text message. You subscribe. And guess what? You're informed. You didn't have to get even out of bed. You get it on your watch. I don't know why we haven't learned that lesson yet. So I'm hoping the mayor of St. Robert promised to investigate why we weren't getting alerts during the storm. At least investigate why we don't have our own system for St. Robert. And I'm hoping I can engage with the EOC director about capabilities and educate and edify myself and hopefully the viewers there at home and abroad what the capabilities of this system are and who controls it. That's what I don't know. I don't know who types in the alerts, who decides what's an alert and what is not. And there's somebody that does this, and I'm a bean counter at heart, and I want to see who's paying for this and how much, and is it tax dollars and the like. So looking forward to meeting with anybody smarter about this than I am. But I'd like to see the lessons learned about the storms. So the communication process, especially specifically from an emergency response standpoint. And again, going down to the incident in Richland, we were all watching that. I think I was watching that scanner and listening to it on my phone. There's 1,000 listeners. And I got to say, I was entertained. You can't talk. I know you can't. They don't speak cat. So she wants to talk on the mic. She can't speak cat. How can we improve our emergency operations center? Well, the first thing we got to know collectively, at least for my level, is what the standard is being measured by. So hopefully one time or another, soon we can meet with Hector Silva, find out what the Hector Silva, to find out what the standards are for the center that he's operating. what the norms are, what the how's the Army talk, task condition standards are, and so that as the public we can learn more about it, and so it gives us more to talk about and become educated and edified about what our county government and officials are doing. Go Hawks! Feels good to be Pulaski Talks again because I got lots of gear. Lots of gear. 700 like the Mr. or Mrs. 700 like or follower gets a new T-shirt or polo shirt. Pulaski Talks. So share and like and follow. If you can't hear, make sure you say it in the post. I sure hope you can hear because I've been yabbering for about 15 minutes now. We're going to take a station identification break for our sponsor, Prue Law office down in Waynesville.
Are you in need of legal assistance? Look no further than the Prue Law Office. Our experienced attorneys specialize in family and military law, criminal defense, and personal injury cases. We are dedicated to providing personalized and compassionate representation to our clients. Located on the square in Waynesville, just across the street from the courthouse, call us today at 573-774-6444 or by email at pruelaw@aol.com for a free consultation. Prue Law Office, your trusted legal partner in Waynesville.
Now, for all you businesses out there who'd like to be advertising or sponsor stuff like that, or you'd like to have an advertisement floating across there, contact Fowler Photography, designs businesses. And yes, indeed, that is one of my other side businesses I have going on. I am a photographer and I do video editing, creation, and advertising and marketing. Reach out to me at fowlerphotography.net. That is fowlerphotography.net. But we got lots to talk about in 2025. If you got something to contribute, send me a note. At the email, I'll post. If you have questions about it, post it to the thread on this on the Facebook or the YouTube channel. I'm in the process of updating all the connections and stuff like that, so that we can communicate better and share information. Looks like Goose went to sleep. He's over there. And hopefully by the time we're ready to have everybody come up into the studio. Now I can do remote interviews as well. Turn off the presentation and the like. But you can see, well, I was going to show you my office. Let me see if I can pull this up. Well, it's the studio right now. Give me a second. Here, Goose whining. He wants to go outside and doesn't realize he's on. Don't get on my back. Don't get on my back. No, not on the keyboard. You dork. You just locked my screen. Go, Goose. That kind of gives you an idea of what I'm working with here. Now, this is my fault and my fault alone. So, in the studio, it kind of gives you an idea what kind of mess I'm. Well, now this is all fishing stuff, and I actually use this exercise equipment. What you'll note, now it must be said, what you'll note there, that's a camera on top of my display that when you're down here doing interviews and stuff like that, we can watch and see and the dynamics of the post and the broadcast. There's two pieces of exercise equipment there. There's a rowing machine and a treadmill. You'll note, and this is important, you'll note there are no pieces of laundry on these exercise pieces of exercise equipment. It must be said and acknowledged. I want that to be acknowledged. What's that mean? Somebody's actually using them. Truth be said. Well, the TV is actually being used because I watch Apple TV, and there's a great series on Apple TV. If you haven't been watching any series, I would recommend Silo on Apple TV. It's $9 or $10 a month. It's probably the best bang for the buck as far as watching entertainment on TV. I recommend Apple TV. Silo. Severance is an awesome series. It's really mind-boggling. And I'm actually going to break down the production format for this little podcast here into some kind of thing where we talk about shows and TVs and books and stuff like that. We got a new bookstore down in Waynesville. Did you realize that? Let me see if I can find it up. Hang on a second. Find it up, talk about it. What's the name of it? Anybody out there know the name of it? I'm going to be talking to my phone. I can't type, so I talk to my laptop. Waynesville Bookstore. Waynesville Bookstore. Bookstores near me. Plants and Pages. Yeah, how about that? Let's see if she's got a. I'm going to see if I can get this on the screen. Give me a second. The downside of being old and I'll cancel that. Downside of being old and trying to do all this stuff. There it is. Look at that. I can still do things. So Plants and Pages. I like to get her up here, come up, do an interview. Look at the store. Love the colors. And I know she's got a lot going on down there. And I think she's joined up with Jax and down the photographer and Jax. Look at that storefront. Bookshop. I mean, it just looks so cool. I love the color scheme. Plants and Pages, selling plants and books and places to read. Now, what? Got to see if there's a coffee. She gotta have coffee down there. Anybody know? Somebody tag her. Let her know we're talking about her. I know she's got a book club and stuff like that. They talk about books, which ones are reading and stuff like that. Notice my feline supervisors are, but that's a lot of gumption right there to put something like that together. Look at the front of that store, right there on the square, right next to our sponsor, as a matter of fact, Prue Law office down in Waynesville. Notice that plug? Could be you. Be a sponsor. So, no, Goose, you're not getting on my keyboard, you fat booger. Oh, get up there. There. Oh. Oh. He is one of those cats. We got him. He was like a pound. Now he's 14. Almost 14 pounds. Good googly moogly. He likes to use those claws. That takes a lot of gumption to set up a brick and mortar store, especially for books and plants. So let's hope the best. Maybe she can come up here and educate us on what she's trying to do down there for the whole community, and give her an attaboy, attagirl for doing something like that for the whole community. So Plants and Books, is that what it's called? Plants and Pages. So I want to give a shout out to A to Z Extermination. They've been a sponsor for us forever. We use them for our own house, and the only bugs I ever see are dead bugs. So make sure you give them a try out. A to Z Extermination. They've got more awards than you can fit on a screen. You'll see them floating through our sponsor tracker right below there, A to Z Extermination. Google them, search for them. You'll find none better in Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Zach and family are the best. Outlaw Lane RC Racing, they've been with us. They're one of our lifelong sponsors. Encourage you to research more about them. Did you know we have a racetrack right local here in Pulaski County, right outside of Crocker? Outlaw Lane in Crocker. It's a registered, certified racetrack, remote control racing, radio controlled racing, and you talk about competitive, good time sports right there. Dewey Resch and the crew and his son Matt, they put on a great show and a good effort, and they track, and it is competitive. It is real time stuff, and you can't beat it. So I encourage everybody. Of course, that's my ad right there. One of my side hustles, Valor Photography and Video. I do advertising videos for your business. If you're encouraged to be a sponsor and stuff like that, hey, whoever's on video with us on YouTube, appreciate you being with us. Let us know, tag us, whoever you are out there, but appreciate you being with us. Rich, if that's you, say howdy, howdy, howdy. Rich, my buddy from Alaska, got to be shivering up there in Alaska. Give us a quick weather report. And I assume you'll just say, it's cold, Doug. It's real cold. But I do plan on wrapping this up about and at the 30-minute mark. We're at 25. Give anybody that's not able to catch up with us real quick. If you want to call in, I got to remember the number. That's one thing I didn't put on the ticker. Let's see. Did I even turn the phone on? See, this is why we have these dry starts, or whatever you call them. What's the word for it? Dry runs. I don't even sound right. My coiffure is not even in near amount. Still out of sorts. This is the track phones, the number I got for Pulaski Talks, and of course, no. Go that way. Go that way. Go that way. You devil. There you go. Well, it seems like my phone is dead, so otherwise, if you wanted to call in, I'd have you call in. I've seen videos where these little cats will sit there and take a nibble out of the corner of your laptop monitor, and the screen will just go blek. There we go. Battery's dead. Yeah, that probably explains it. So next time we'll probably start scheduling some shows early in the morning, about 6 o'clock, before I get ready for my regular duty day, where I work in a different capacity that actually pays the bills. If you got a business you want to talk about, you want to dial in remotely, you want to call in and talk about it, got a special going on, got an update, call in, let us know, or tag us on Facebook, and I'm going to try, if I can wake myself up in time, is to have a short, brief broadcast, maybe 30 minutes from 6 to 6:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, when I'm available and when the cats will let me get up, to have a show during the week, just a random show, random topics, and for local businesses, you want to talk about what's going on in your business, you can ping us, you can come online, you can broadcast with us. I can bring you in remotely if you want to put your face on the screen, or you can dial in at the phone number and we talk about your business, what you got on, what specials. If you want to talk about the menu of the day at school or at the nursing home or at this county senior center and stuff like that, we would love to have you. So with that, we're going to sign off for now. I appreciate everybody dialing in. Appreciate our sponsors, our lifelong sponsors, our continuous sponsors. You can't do without you. Expect to see more of us on the air and more alert. Please like, share, and follow. Hats off to the crew. Executive producer, sleeping right on the job. Sound engineer, recently re-promoted, third quarter FY24. He's doing better, but it's obvious. I will continue to be working on getting my workspace more in order. But I'm proud to admit that there are no clothes on my exercise devices. So with that, we'll see everybody. Auf Wiedersehen.